And welcome back to Rayman 3 HD on the Xbox 360. I am one Welsh Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be finishing off the rest of the initial tutorial sequence. Now, one thing you'll notice, whenever we come across certain enemies, if they have a $sign above the top of their heads, they will always have a power-up on hand. So you need to always prioritize those guys, because then you'll be able to get power-ups. And as I mentioned, power-ups will give you a multiplier of ×2 of whatever gives you points. And basically everything in this game gives you points. The collectibles give you points, fighting enemies gives you points. And you see that thing that's sleeping way over there, that I'm ignoring for the time being? That will give you points. And if you collect that thing, well, you can't right now, unless you walk slowly towards it. I don't know, I always found something strange about earlier 3D platformers where they always have this, like every early-ish 3D platform, I say early-ish because this is only 2 generations ago, this is not too early a platformer, but they all basically have a similar deal in terms of you will always find that there's a sequence where at some point or another where you have to slightly push the analog stick forward to move slower, and this is no different. Whenever you see these little sleeping bug enemies, the only way you can collect them is by walking slowly towards them. Now, if you walk too fast, you will not be able to collect these, and you don't really get a benefit for collecting them other than an extra 250 points. So they're just an extra bonus you can pick up. You know, it's a pretty good deal. But again, there's no real enemies to speak of in this world, so there's nothing really to stop you and kill you, you know? If you die in this world, there's something wrong with you. Because I don't even know if it's possible to die. There are some enemies, I suppose, so if you just stand in front of the cannon fire like an idiot going, I'm Rayman, I'm smart, you may die. Maybe.
What is going on here? Would you mind being a bit more quiet? Yeah. Harry, Zelda did you get?
A Zelda reference? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, for this room back here, it's got a little bit of a puzzle going on. It's still early days, so the puzzles aren't going to be too tricky. Basically, we need to go to each of these alcoves that are inside this room, and, well, just jump into them. Now, try to keep hold of the power-up at all times, because one of the best things to do in this game to rank up points is to sort of go back and collect the power-ups before you do anything that gains you points. And you'll see me backtrack quite a few times just to gain extra points here and there. Because getting the points will unlock the bonus games, and the bonus games are quite useful, I'll say that much. Although, I don't know if I'm going to be going for the bonus points in this game, to be honest, as in bonus games. Don't know if I'm going to show them off. That'll be up to you guys in the comments, I suppose. If you want me to show them off, I will.
Don't let him escape! Is that you, Mary Lou? Not in the world! It's this way! It's an unspeakable atrocity! Andre is gonna reach the horn! It's the end of the world! It's nowhere! Then
I don't want to mess with that little fool Andre. He just falcon punched the living hell out of that fairy. He decked her. Jesus H. Christ. He's only a little black blob as well. And to be honest, even though Andre is the main villain, the main antagonist of this game, I like him as a character actually, even though he doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things. You'll see what I mean as time goes on, because the majority of this game is basically a road trip. How is it a road trip? I don't want to spoil just yet. I'm going to leave the game's story play out on its own. I don't want to spoil the story. Now be careful jumping up here, because the bridges will collapse, and it means pretty much nothing, because if you fail, then you just go back around and you have to cross a bridge again. But, yeah, they will collapse, so there's a little bit of a heads up if you don't want to backtrack a tiny amount. I do find it quite interesting how one of the enemies but there just got squished. I kind of feel sorry for that guy. He's like, yeah, today I will defeat Rayman. Oh no, what's that noise? And the guy next to him is like, Marvin, no! He was only 2 days away from retirement, man. Anyway, there's another one of those bug things back here. Unfortunately, I was running way too fast, so it spotted me as like, no, buddy, you're not getting me. kind of saddening. Also, you have this wall jump ability that returns from Rayman 2. Basically, tap the A button when going up between two sides of walls and you'll be able to continuously climb. And it's used... I think it might be used a bit more in this game than it was in Rayman 2, but to be fair, that's not saying much.
Here I am!
Good going, Goldbox, good going. Wait to stop him. One thing I have to say about this game as well, it's kind of strange, is the animations. The animations do not sync up with the voices at all, and I think that's partially due to the fact this is a French-made game. I don't know, I notice a lot of French games have similar quirks that this game does, like the voice acting is generally not the best, the animation doesn't suit the voices, it's quite strange. But welcome to the heart of the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now it's time to go over and see what's up with the Teensies, who are also returning for Rayman 2, and I love these guys, they're amazing at this game.
Have you seen Andre?
Oh, you idiots! Just what I thought. Andre isn't dead. We can't keep Glowbox near the heart. It's too risky. Rayman, Glowbox is your friend. Take him to the witch doctor in Clearleaf Forest. He and I go way back. He'll know how to get rid of Andre.
Look out, Rayman. Andre is a black lum, and black lums are twisted. He may even force Glowbox to drink plum juice. And we all know Glowbox is allergic to plum juice. See you in Rayman 4.
You lying little, there is no Rayman 4. Oh, it makes me so sad they never made a Rayman 4. Although Origins and Legends was an amazing game, so I can't complain too much. Anyway, before we head on off to the next world, we just basically need to go up here because there's a little hidden alcove that we can open up to gain ourselves quite a bit more gems. And, you know, more gems means more points, and more points is great. It's fantastic. But anyway, even though the official subtitle of this game is Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc, honestly, if I was the one developing this game, I would have given it the subtitle of Rayman 3 Glowbox Goes to the Doctors, because that's basically this game. This entire game is basically us taking Glowbox to the doctors to get rid of Andre, and I don't know, it's quite an interesting little thing. Anyway, after you destroy and defeat every single world, we'll be heading to a trippy, psychedelic, 80s insane, disco, awesome... Wait, 80s? 70s is more the disco era, isn't it? Well, we go to this awesome disco little hoverboard sequences. Now, these hoverboard sequences are pretty damn fun, if I do say so myself. And all we really need to do is just jump from platform to platform by moving left and right and pushing the jump button. And collect all of these gems. Now, if you go to the end of each of these platforms, Rayman will automatically jump, so it does have a little bit of Zelda's auto-jump logic to it, but you will need to prematurely jump if you want to collect some of these gems and collectible crystal thingies that are in the area. And I'm kind of happy you got all these really glowy, shiny things as collectibles in this game, because a lot of you may know, if you know me properly from either this channel or just know me in general, is I'm a magpie. I love shiny things. If you collect tons of shiny things in a game, you just... Oh, it gives me a sense of like, ooh, yes! It makes me feel all tingly inside. I don't know, I love collecting shiny things. It's a strange thing, but... It's probably why I love the Banjo series so much, because the Banjo-Kazooie games are nothing but collecting shiny stuff. By the way, I want to make note of the music. The soundtrack in this game, while a lot of it isn't memorable, I love the soundtrack, especially for the world area, you know, the sequences like this where we're going from world to world, and I can't remember how many worlds there are in particular in this game, but we're going to go through quite a large variety of levels, and you might think as well, is there going to be any water levels, any big water levels in this game, ladies and gentlemen? Well, no. There is literally one sequence of underwater swimming we're doing in this game. It's quite weird how... Because I remember in Rayman 2, water levels were quite a big deal, but they just got rid of them entirely in this game, and I don't know why. I enjoyed the Rayman 2 water levels. It's a strange thing to take out. Granted, this game is completely different from Rayman 2 in quite a lot of ways, so maybe they just couldn't be bothered programming, because the water levels in this sort of go on rails. We'll see quite towards the end of the playthrough, because it's quite far into the game until we see that.
What the? Who turned off the nice music? Hope I didn't break anything. Music, where are you?
Shut it! Get me out of here! I'm thirsty!
Rayman, I need medical attention, quick!
Don't worry, Glowbox, we'll sort it out within 30 hours. I say 30 hours, the game isn't that long. But, one thing I want to make note of as well, you might have noticed in that cutscene that it had quite a bit of frame rate lag. Now, this game, even though it's running on an Xbox 360, it isn't the most well-made port in the world, you know, folks. A lot of graphics are quite glitchy, a lot of the game runs slowly at random points. It isn't the best port ever. It's still a good way to play the game, and obviously it's got good picture quality compared to the GameCube. So, you know. I was originally going to play the GameCube version of this game because the GameCube version is superior. It runs basically much better. It doesn't have the stupid graphical glitches, but the reason I chose this one over the GameCube was because picture quality. My GameCube I can't get good picture quality out of.
Thanks, Big Nose! Look what I swiped from the Hoodlums! I need to go fire up the barbecue.
Now, every time we collect teen seeds in this game, they are returning just like in Rayman 2. They're all in cages, and we need to free them from said cages. They will always end up with like this weird one-liners, and some of the one-liners can range from just strange to flat-out hilarious. So I'm gonna probably try and listen out to see if they say anything funny whenever they release them. But I may end up talking over quite a lot of the teen seeds just because it's non-plot important dialogue, and I'm not too fussed. Anyway, if you continue to run all the way over here, it's a dead end. What? Now, this actually kept me stuck for the longest time, because when I was playing the game initially, I realized it was a dead end, but I didn't cross this bridge, and you have to cross this bridge for this sequence to initiate, where these hoodlums just popping around, going, "Arr." And unfortunately you can't progress because this hoodlum has a brand new power-up, which is my favourite power-up in this entire game, and I think this was used quite a bit during the advertisements of the game. This is the Punchy Punch power. That's probably not the official title of the power, but that's what I've always called it. I've always called this the Punchy Punch move. And I love the red and blue color scheme Rayman gets with this. It just looks amazing. Like, if Rayman was ever put into a Smash Brothers game, I'd love this to be like his final Smash or something, because it just looks awesome. It looks so metal with all the spikes popping out of it. But we do need to use this to power ourselves up enough in order to break down these doors. And needless to say, if you get hold of these powers, then you'll do extra damage to the enemies as well.
I gotta go. Nature calls.
I don't know. Alright, nature calls. Right, that's what he said. I was wondering, what did he say? Also, you'll notice as well, each of these power-ups will have a variety of different lengths of time you can be in their transformed states. For example, the green power-up is probably the longest power-up to use in the game. And this is one of the shorter ones because, as you can tell, it barely lasts 30 seconds when you have the power Rayman Punchy Punch power. It's kind of a shame, I have to be honest, but whatever. I like it. Although, to be fair, like I said, the music in this game isn't too memorable. I just like it. It's perfect background music, you know. It's like stuff I could listen to while I'm editing these videos together, because editing takes a long ass time, folks. Trust me on that. It takes way too long to get a single one of these videos out. It's quite depressing, really. But anyway, the better you do as well against fighting all these hoodlum mooks, the better rank you'll get, and the ranks you get basically are meaningless, but it is kind of nice to have like a radical, awesome, great, outstanding, amazing popping up at the top right of the screen if you do good. I don't know. I like it when the game acknowledges my gaming skills. Not that I have many, mind you, but, you know, I like it, I like it. Anyway, that barrel over there is plum juice. Remember how they said Glowbox is allergic to plum juice? Well, allergic, I think, is a bad translation. Because instead of giving him really what you'd expect as allergies, they basically make him drunk and insane. They give him superpowers. It's amazing. I mean, come on, how much physical strength will it take to climb up a waterfall? It's epic, but I can't see anyone doing this. I think it is possible, but you need to have the power of 1,000,000 men and be able to defy gravity with that same strength. But anyway, just tap the A button or the X button to continuously climb up here and dodge all the piranha plants. Piranha plants? Piranha fish. They're trying to nibble you on the buttocks, and we will progress on further. Also, if you notice, those fish and the Teensies as well, they actually use the exact same character model, the Rayman 2, which I find interesting, because that was an N64 title, but they still use they reuse some of the assets. I don't know, it's quite strange. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and when we return next time, we will be continuing onwards with a bit more of Clearleaf Forest to find the Doctor. So yeah, thanks for watching, people. Don't be sheepish. I'll catch you all next time. Bye!